On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Pentagon.
A flat geometric shape with 5 straight sides and 5 angles, a building in Washington, D.C., that houses the U.S. Department of Defense and is the headquarters of the U.S. military.
Examples:
Equilateral pentagon, Pentagon building. The shape of the building is a distinctive 5-sided pentagon.
Long range.
Relating to or extending over a long distance, period of time, or range of possibilities.
Examples:
Long-range radar, long-range weather forecast. The military uses long-range missiles to hit targets from far away.
Asymmetrical.
Lacking symmetry or balance, unevenly or irregularly shaped, not corresponding in terms of quantity, size, or position.
Examples:
Asymmetrical design, asymmetrical haircut. The asymmetrical shape of the vase made it unique and exciting.
Catastrophic.
Extremely harmful, causing physical or financial destruction.
Examples:
Victim of catastrophic injuries. Catastrophic climate change. The extinction rate of aquatic animals was catastrophic.
Glaze.
To cover or coat with a thin layer of film, particularly a shiny or glossy layer, such as a layer of protective material on ceramics or a top coat of paint on a surface, to apply a thin, glossy coating to food, often using a sauce or syrup.
Examples:
Glaze a window. Glaze over eyes. The baker used a brush to glaze the donuts with a sweet, shiny coating.
Parody.
A comedic or satirical imitation of serious work intended to ridicule or criticize.
Examples:
Political parody. Parody song. The play was a parody of a famous Shakespearean tragedy.
Instantaneous.
Occurring or happening immediately or without delay, taking place in an instant or moment.
Examples:
Instantaneous reaction. Instantaneous message. The new software provides instantaneous results, making it much more efficient than the previous version.
Peel.
To remove the skin of fruit and vegetables.
Examples:
Peel a fruit. Peel off easily. The storm had peeled all paint off the siding.
Tarmac.
Also blacktop, a hard surface made of asphalt, concrete, or other materials, typically used as a runway or surface for vehicles to move on, such as a road, parking lot, or airport runway. Verb, to surface or pave a road or runway with tarmac.
Examples:
Tarmac repair. Tarmac a driveway. The plane pulled onto the tarmac and stopped at the gate.
Tread.
To step or walk on something.
Examples:
Tread water. Tread a similar path. He treads carefully on the slippery ice.
Casualty.
A person who has been killed or injured in a war, accident, or other disasters, a victim.
Examples:
Civilian casualty. Military casualty. Unfortunately, the driver was the only casualty in the car accident.
Ledge.
A narrow, flat surface or shelf that juts out from a wall or cliff, a projecting rib or molding along the edge of a surface.
Examples:
Ledge overlooking the ocean. Wooden ledge. He stood on the narrow ledge, looking down at the busy street below.
Riot.
A violent disturbance of the peace by a crowd, characterized by destruction of property, looting, arson, and attacks on individuals.
Examples:
Riot police. Riot control gas. The riots in the city have left many buildings damaged and several people injured.
Legitimacy.
The state or quality of being allowed and acceptable under the law. The state or quality of being founded on a reasonable or acceptable reason.
Examples:
Democratic legitimacy. Challenge the legitimacy. I'm going to deny the legitimacy of his claim.
Fodder.
Feed, such as hay or straw, for cattle and other livestock, figuratively, something that is used as material or inspiration for something else.
Examples:
Fodder shortage. Fodder options. The farmer bundled the hay into fodder stacks for the livestock to eat.
Unparalleled.
Without parallel, equal in size, amount, quality, etc., better or worse than any other.
Examples:
Unparalleled views. An unparalleled achievement. Several American technology companies have achieved unparalleled success in terms of customer numbers.
Senate.
A legislative body, especially the upper house of a parliament.
Examples:
Senate hearing. Senate Finance Committee. The Senate Majority Leader announced plans to bring the bill to the floor for a vote.
Leviathan.
A monstrous sea creature or marine animal, often used as a metaphorical term for something big, overbearing, or powerful.
Examples:
Leviathan of the sea. Financial Leviathan. The company's new CEO was a corporate Leviathan known for his aggressive business tactics.
Bankrupt.
Unable to pay one's debts, having been reduced to a state of financial ruin, lacking in something essential or fundamental.
Examples:
bankrupt business, financially bankrupt. Unfortunately, the company went bankrupt and had to close its doors permanently.
Extant.
Still in existence, surviving or currently present.
Examples:
extant documents, extant species. Many ancient artifacts are still extant and can be viewed in museums worldwide.
Indict.
To formally charge or accuse someone of a crime, based on the decision of a grand jury or other legal authority, to bring a legal case against someone, typically to prosecute and punish them.
Examples:
indict a suspect, indict him of injuries. The FBI worked tirelessly to gather enough evidence to indict the corrupt politician.
Envelope.
To surround and cover completely, to encase.
Examples:
envelop the whole world, envelop her in a bear hug. The fog enveloped the city, making it difficult to see.
Grandchild.
A child of someone's son or daughter.
Examples:
grandchild-grandparent relationship, grandchild development. The grandparents take care of their grandchild while the parents are at work.
Bygone.
Belonging to an earlier time, from a previous era or period.
Examples:
bygone civilization, bygone traditions. The historian studied the bygone era with great detail.
Troop.
A group of soldiers, especially a large one, a group of people, animals, or things considered as a unit.
Examples:
the members of a military troop, a troop of deer. The troop of soldiers marched through the city in a parade.
Loot.
Steal goods from a place or person, typically during a war or riot. Noun, steal goods from a place or person, typically using force, especially in times of war or civil disorder.
Examples:
loot the ship, war loot. The bandits looted the small town, leaving it in ruins.
Wreck.
A ship that has sunk or has been destroyed, a vehicle that has been badly damaged in an accident.
Examples:
the house was a wreck, a worthless wreck. The divers accidentally discovered a wreck on the ocean floor.
Insurgents.
An act of rebelling or rising against authority or established order, a revolt or rebellion.
Examples:
violent insurgents, quell insurgents. The government's decision sparked an insurgence among the citizens.
Lob.
To throw or hit a ball or object high into the air in a high, slow arc, to propel an object in a high, arcing trajectory.
Examples:
Lob the bait into the water. Lob a grenade. I learned how to lob a tennis ball over the net during my first lesson.
Resurrect.
To bring back to life or bring into existence again.
Examples:
Resurrect the dead. Resurrect an argument. They tried to resurrect the ancient tradition.
Pass.
No longer fashionable or current, outdated, considered to be old-fashioned or out of date.
Examples:
Passé entertainment. Passé trend. Bell-bottom jeans, once considered passé fashion, have made a surprising comeback in recent years.
Balk.
To hesitate or stop abruptly before completing an action, often due to fear, uncertainty, or opposition, to refuse to comply with or agree to something.
Examples:
Balk at extra work. Balk in fear. After her first attempt to bake a cake failed, she didn't balk at trying again.
Actualize.
To make real or concrete, to bring into existence or implementation, to fulfill or realize a potential or intention.
Examples:
Actualize your ideas. Actualize the company's vision. I need to actualize my plan to make it a reality.
Muck.
Dense, wet, and dirty matter or waste, often found in soil or on the ground, animal waste.
Examples:
Construction muck. Muck on clothes. The horses waded through the muck in the field after the rainstorm.
Derision.
Contemptuous ridicule or mockery.
Examples:
Laugh in derision. Bitter derision. The audience greeted the comedian's jokes with derision.
Lynch.
To put to death or punish, usually by hanging, without legal authorization or due process, often as an act of mob justice or vigilante action. Noun, a violent punishment, often extrajudicial, in which a mob or group of people seize and kill someone, usually by hanging, as a form of punishment or vengeance.
Examples:
Lynch law. Lynch him to death. The mob wanted to lynch the suspect before he could be tried in court.
Inauguration.
The formal beginning or initiation of something, especially the beginning of a political leader's term in office, a ceremony marking the beginning of an organization or event.
Examples:
Inauguration ceremony. Presidential inauguration. The inauguration of the new station was a great success.
Deft.
Skillful or clever in one's movements or actions, nimble or agile, demonstrating dexterity or expertness.
Examples:
Deft handling of the problem. Deft touch. The deft musician played the complex piece flawlessly.
Rift.
A break or fissure in a relationship, organization, or physical structure, a large crack in the ground, rock, or other surfaces.
Examples:
Rift between friends. Geological rift. Their disagreement caused a rift in their friendship.
Elevate.
To raise something from a lower to a higher position, to give a promotion to or assign to a higher position.
Examples:
Elevate educational standards. Elevate a close relationship. Eating food in a hurry elevates blood glucose levels.
Pronounce.
To say or speak a word or words correctly or in a particular way.
Examples:
Pronounce a judgment. Pronounce a name. She struggled to pronounce the word in a foreign language.
Acronym.
A word formed from the first letter of each word in a phrase, such as NASA, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or AIDS, Acquired Immune Deficiency Syndrome.
Examples:
Acronym definition. Use an acronym. Radar is an acronym for radio detection and ranging.
Vilify.
To speak or write about someone or something in a way that is likely to make people have a very low opinion of them.
Examples:
Vilify the press. Publicly vilify. The media has been vilifying the politician for his controversial statements.
Baton.
A thin stick or rod used as a conductor's wand, a symbol of authority, or a tool for specific sports or activities, a short, straight, light stick that is passed from runner to runner in a relay race.
Examples:
Conducting baton. Twirl the baton. The police officer used his baton to disperse the crowd.
Nuke.
Derived from nuclear, to attack or destroy a place or target with a nuclear weapon, to cook food in a microwave oven. Noun, a nuclear weapon, such as a nuclear bomb or missile.
Examples:
Nuke a city. Nuke missile. The government threatened to nuke the enemy territory if they didn't surrender.
Reconnect.
To connect again after a break or interruption.
Examples:
Reconnect a telephone. Reconnect with family. After a long period of estrangement, they reconnected with each other.
Embed.
To fix or set firmly in a surrounding mass.
Examples:
Embed scripts in the message. Embed a sensor. The company embedded a tracking code in the product's packaging to monitor its shipment.
Contextualize.
To place or understand something within a specific context or framework. To consider the circumstances, background, or cultural setting that provide meaning or significance to something.
Examples:
Contextualize information. Contextualize social issues. The teacher asked the students to contextualize their answers with relevant examples.
Bifurcate.
To divide or split into two branches or parts.
Examples:
Bifurcate at the top of the mountain. Bifurcate into two separate tracks. The river bifurcates ahead, so we must decide which branch to take.
Pretension.
The act of claiming or asserting something, especially without good reason or without evidence, an unfounded or excessive claim or ambition.
Examples:
Pretension to authority. Baseless pretension. His pretensions of being a gourmet were quickly exposed when he could not identify basic herbs and spices.
Disparate.
Very different or distinct from something else and is not connected or comparable in any way.
Examples:
Disparate impact. Physically disparate location. The organization worked to bring together disparate groups in the community.
Non-governmental.
Not belonging to or controlled by a government.
Examples:
Non-governmental aid worker. Non-governmental agency. The non-governmental organization works to promote human rights in developing countries.
Amaze.
To fill with wonder, surprise, or admiration.
Examples:
Amaze and entertain visitors. Amaze everyone. The magician's tricks amazed the audience.
Unmarried.
Not married, single, having not entered into the legal or socially recognized state of marriage.
Examples:
Young unmarried couple. Unmarried status. She has chosen to remain unmarried and focus on her career.
Posse.
A group of people who come together for a common purpose, often to pursue or capture a criminal. A group of people who share a common interest, belief, or trait.
Examples:
Posse member. Posse of citizens. My friends and I formed a posse to search for the lost hiker.
Obliterate.
To wipe out, destroy, or conceal all signs of something utterly, to remove completely from recognition or memory.
Examples:
Obliterate all traces. Obliterate data. The accident at that nuclear power plant obliterated the local ecosystem.
Purview.
The range or scope of authority, responsibility, or influence of a particular person, group, or organization.
Examples:
The purview of the committee. beyond the purview of the law. The issue falls within the purview of the legal department.
Intern.
To put someone in prison, especially for political or military reasons. Noun, a student or trainee who works, sometimes for free, to get work experience or to fulfill qualification criteria.
Examples:
intern civilians, medical intern. The Navy interned ships of defeated nations.
Boon.
Something that is helpful or beneficial for the quality of life.
Examples:
a boon companion. Prove a great boon. The increased demand for semiconductors worldwide has been a significant boon for the country's economy.
Highland.
An area of elevated land or hilly terrain.
Examples:
Highland Indian, Highland agriculture. This region has a humid subtropical and highland climate.
Airborne.
Moved or conveyed by or through the air, in the air.
Examples:
airborne troop, airborne particles. The amount of airborne pollen this year is higher than usual.
Airlift.
The transportation of people or goods by aircraft, often used to refer to a major operation to move large numbers of people or supplies to or from an area in need, particularly in times of disaster or conflict.
Examples:
humanitarian airlift, military airlift. The humanitarian organization organized an airlift of supplies to the disaster-stricken area.
Bastardize.
To alter, modify, or degrade something in a way that undermines or violates its original integrity or quality, to create a less authentic or less desirable version of something.
Examples:
bastardize a recipe, bastardize culture. We do not want to bastardize the text's original meaning through poor translations.
Pervert.
To change the inherent purpose or function of something, to influence somebody to behave in morally unacceptable ways, to corrupt or lead astray. Noun, a person who engages in sexual behavior or has sexual interests that are considered abnormal or deviant by society.
Examples:
pervert justice, pervert young men. The teacher warned the students not to pervert the story's meaning by twisting the facts.
Firefighter.
A person whose job is to extinguish fires.
Examples:
forest firefighter, decided to be a firefighter. The firefighter broke into the house bravely to rescue the children.
Censor.
A person or institution responsible for examining books, movies, and other forms of media to determine if they are harmful or offensive and should be banned or altered. An official in charge of banning or suppressing information.
Examples:
Censor a book. Censor a TV program. The newspaper editor decided to censor the controversial headline to avoid backlash.